Well, hello, it's David once again. You can tell from my background here, I've moved to a different Airbnb, and I am across the street from where I usually perform. Now, this is the second place I've been where I'm across the street from where I perform. I like to be close if I can, although I do perform usually 3 or 4 different places, but my most engaging one in terms of tips and in terms of getting people interested in my performing is out in front of a drugstore. I appeal because of the kinds of music I play on my button accordion. I appeal to a lot of elderly people who recognize some of the tunes that I play, because I play 4 Bob Dylan tunes. I play 4 or 5 TV theme songs from the 1960s and 70s. And there are people who may not have even grown up during that era, but recognize the tunes. And, part of it is recognition. Part of it is, even if they haven't heard the song before, maybe they've heard the chord structure before. And that is pretty important in engaging people. I don't turn down jobs when I can get them, which includes what I may have mentioned before, the thing of what I call crowd control, where I play my accordion for audiences that are standing in line for rock shows. Because my lilting melodies, if you play the song that's somewhere in my live performance there, if you play the song, you'll notice that it's uplifting. Actually, it's a Bob Dylan tune. I don't think Twice It's All Right. I forget which song I'm playing there, but anyway. The thing is, it's a recognizable tune. But the way I play tends to be a bit more on the festive side. Now, your mileage will vary, of course. If you're playing a lot of jazz riffs or rock riffs, maybe you're just noodling, there's always a place for that, because there are people out there who like the noodling. And especially if you look very concerned about your playing, and people will get the cue like, oh, okay, maybe he's doing something really great. And it's showmanship. That's what it is. It's showmanship. And my thing is very appealing to both elderly people and also young people who have not seen a button accordion before, who are not familiar with the tunes, but have a curiosity. Surprising number of very young musicians. One of the people I was talking to was a 9-year-old girl who plays piano and saxophone. I'm sure the saxophone is probably larger than she is. And that's something that's really, really cool, seeing further generations take up musical instruments. And I can always tell when there's a musician out there from half a parking lot away, because they get very, very curious. So they come up and they just kind of stare at the instrument, and they stare at me, and sometimes they dance around. What's really important is to be able to extend that. And that means getting gigs, people's parties I used to do and still do when they happen, what I call rich people's parties. And here in the Bay Area, there are a lot of rich people. So I've been invited to a place where a husband and wife, lawyer and physician, had a home on the edge of a redwood forest. And they basically had me come out and play and move around among the trees. So I was a bit hidden, but it created a kind of a very unusual situation. People like to have unusual music. They want something that's a little different, at least the kind of people that I get. Now, your mileage, of course, will vary, depending upon what you play, whether you play rock or whether you play jazz. I do a jazz tune called St. Thomas by Sonny Rollins. And nobody's ever done St. Thomas on an accordion, I'm sure. And I play it, and some of the jazz heads could be across the parking lot or down the street, and they hear me playing. And one of them ran up to me from halfway down the parking lot and said, "You're playing Sonny Rollins." It's like, yeah, I'm playing Sonny Rollins. And so that was pretty cool. However, a lot of people miss the boat when it comes to self-promoting. It is amazing to me how many buskers do not have business cards. They don't have business cards. You should always have a business card. Let me show you what I've got. Let's get it real close here. Okay, it says, if I can hold it still, Mr. Melodian, Venice-style button accordion. And on the left, there is a photo of my instrument. And this is one that I use. I have my website on there. I have a phone number on there. I have an email address. Basically everything people want to know about what I'm doing. And you can get business cards so cheaply. Now these particular ones I ran off on my printer, but I also in other times have gotten them either through Vistaprint, which has them very cheaply, or if you want very fast turnaround within 24 hours, a place like Staples or another office supply place can do them. Staples specializes in the quick turnaround for business cards, and if you go to their staples.com website, you will see templates where you can choose the kind of thing that you're doing and put in your name and your information, and then charge it to your card, and it will go into the system. And now where I am, if you do it before, I think before 12 noon, you will get the cards by 8 p.m. that day. So if you decide, I've got something that I want to promote, I've expanded my repertoire, whatever, it's very easy to get brand new, fresh business cards. The Mr. Melodian thing, Venice-style button accordion, I chose because I wanted to do something that was unique and something that they see the card and they will pull it out and they will hold on to it. And I've gotten some calls a year, 2, 3 years later. Somebody was going through their wallet and they saw, that's right, the card, that's the guy who plays the accordion down on the street or at the shopping center or whatever. And these people are like, yeah, maybe I'll give him a phone call and see what's up, see if I can hire him for something. So I've gotten some gigs long after I gave out the business card. So if you do not have a business card and you are busking, you are missing out on some pretty important situations that could make you some more money. Also, if you have this particular card does not have a QR code on it, but I have a QR code that refers back to my website, davidk.us, and on that, of course, I have the sample of my one particular song, and also a link to these videos and information about me, a photo of me standing in front of an old 1920s car, which I figured was appropriate because the music I tend to play is a bit old. I play Americana from, going back as far as Stephen Foster in the mid-1800s, and various things that just sound good. But they tend to be old style, and that's what I specialize in. Now, if you specialize in rock, you do riffs, especially if you do jazz, then you might want to go more in that direction. Of course, you're going to find a different clientele. You might not be as successful in front of, say, a drugstore or a grocery store as I am. You might want to choose another venue. Or, for that matter, I've had good success playing some jazz stuff, which I don't normally do. I was doing it on violin, which is another instrument I play, in a line, basically, for a concert, a street concert. While people were waiting in line, I was busking. This is back before I got COVID, so I was able to stand and hang out. These days, I have to sit a lot of the time. But it doesn't deter my busking. One way or another, I'm going to get the music out there, and people are going to listen to it, and they're going to like it. But please, if you don't do anything else today, run off some business cards with your email address, your phone number, your website. And if you don't have a website, it doesn't cost that much to have a website. And it's really, really important. People want that now. And also, if you do like I do and take donations by way of PayPal, then be sure and put a link to your PayPal account on your website as well. With PayPal, you don't have to do the link on the website. You can also use the direct connection where you enter in your email address or your phone number, and PayPal finds you and or the person who's donating, and then they can work it out from there and tie it to their bank account or whatever they do. But I use the PayPal code, which I write into my web page. I've changed it. It used to be the tips go $5, $10, $20, $50, and $100. And I used to have the $5 tip as the default. Now I have the $10 tip as the default. And of course, people can change it to whichever one they want. But I figured, well, if I'm going to go this far, I may as well just try for the $10. And it's amazing. There are people who will, without thinking, without batting an eyelash, tip me $10, $20. And on 3 occasions, I've gotten $100 tips. So it can be done. But please, if you do nothing else today, run off some business cards, and you'll be forever wondering why you didn't do it before. Business cards are extremely important to reach your audience for the future, and for them to give recommendations to other people too. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your interest, and we'll keep going. In one of my next videos, I'm going to show some of the signs that I've had, and maybe it might give you some ideas on what to do with your signage. Thank you for watching.